It's been a while since I've talked drugstore skincare, and I thought I would share my favorites. So I do have some oldie favorites that I have fallen back in love with, and I do have some newbies as well that I thought I would share with you, as these are some lovely products to incorporate if you're looking for budget-friendly skincare. So let's get right into it. Of course, all of the products that I'm sharing today will be linked below for you in my description box, along with discount codes and related videos. Please don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell, as I would love to have you all here long term. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well, as it really does help to support my channel. All right, so should we start with newbies or oldie favorites? I think I will start with newbies, since there are a few products here that I haven't talked about yet. So let's start with newbies. How about that? Now, the first product that I want to talk about first is by Cocokind, which is one of my favorite drugstore brands. This is their new advanced retinol gel. So this is pretty new to the market, and I did talk about this in another video, but I'm not sure which video you're going to see first. It just depends on when I upload them. And I think this is a great formulation for those that are more experienced with using a retinol, but even if you're a beginner, I still feel like this is going to be a great option, because it does have that nice formulation where it's moisturizing and it's not drying in the least, especially from my experience with this. So if you are a beginner, just start with 1 or 2 days a week, nighttime preferably, and do that for a while, and then gradually increase your usage from there once you see how your skin is adjusting to the product. This formulation is quite nice because it contains a tri-retinoid complex, which means that this contains 3 types of retinoids. There is 0.25% retinol, a 0.125% encapsulated retinal, which is retinaldehyde, and a 0.125% Grin active retinoid. So these 3 ingredients, of course, will target signs of aging, prevent fine lines, help with texture and tone, a brighter complexion, and also if you're someone that is acne prone, retinol can be a great ingredient to incorporate in your nighttime routine to treat acne and to help prevent acne breakouts. Now, besides the 3 retinoids, there's also Centella asiatica in here, and this is a great ingredient to help calm and soothe the skin and reduce on redness. And I think having an ingredient like that in a product that contains a retinol is really important, because when you're using a retinol, some people can experience dryness, irritation, and redness. So it's nice to see that there is an ingredient in here to help calm the skin and keep that skin barrier nice and comfortable. There's also aloe in here, which is great for dryness, so great to keep the skin nice and moisturized. And there's also squalene, which can help to prevent transepidermal water loss. So all you need is a pea-sized amount when you're using this on your face. That's all you need, because if you put too much, sometimes it could just lead to further irritation and dryness. So when I was testing this, of course, I was using this on my face, and it made my skin feel super soft and smooth, but I mainly use this on my neck and my chest and on the backs of my hands before I go to bed, because I am somebody that uses prescription tretinoin on my face, but I can't exactly use it fully yet on my neck and my chest. I am working my way up to applying this to this area more often, but I'm taking it really slow. So in the meantime, I will use a retinol of some kind or retinaldehyde on my neck and my chest on some nights of the week, while I'm using tretinoin on my face, so that everything can be treated at the same time. So you are getting 30 mils of product. There is a 6-month shelf life. It comes in a tinny type of packaging, which actually reminds me of a traditional tretinoin style packaging. So I will show you what this looks like on the back of my hand, and this is probably a half a pea sized amount that I'm applying here. So that's what it looks like. So as you can see, it does have that nice yellow hue, which is really nice to see. It does spread quite nicely as well. It doesn't leave your skin tacky or sticky, but your skin does feel very moisturized once this has been applied. So if you want to put a moisturizer on top of this, you totally can. I do all the time, just to keep my skin really comfortable. And if you're a beginner, I would put a moisturizer on top of this just to keep your skin really moisturized. This also has been clinically tested for sensitive skin. It's vegan as well as cruelty-free, and there is no fragrance at all. So if you're looking for a good drugstore retinol product that contains 3 types of retinoids, I really would look into this. I think they did a really good job here. And like I said, it's not irritating or drying on my skin, but that's probably because I am somebody that has been using a retinol for a really long time. Cocokind came out with another new product that I am really impressed with, and this is their retinol body cream. And I love a good body cream or a body lotion that contains retinol because I think it's really important to be treating our arms, our legs, and other areas on our body with an ingredient that can really help to soften the skin, improve texture and tone, but also to address signs of aging and promoting skin health, basically. So if you're not a fan of using your face retinols and bringing them down your neck or your chest for that matter, because maybe you don't want to waste your product on this area, then just pick up a retinol body cream like this or a retinol body lotion that has that ingredient to treat for signs of aging. And I really like using this on my neck and my chest, but I mainly keep this for my chest when I get out of the shower. I bring this down my arms and I really focus this on my elbows, my knees, my legs. So this can be used every single day, but just remember, if you're going to be using a body care product that contains a retinol or any type of active ingredient for that matter, just make sure that you're wearing your body sunscreen, especially if these areas are being exposed to UV exposure. But I like it because it has a 0.05% retinol. It has squalene, ceramides, and shea butter. And I think that this is a really nice moisturizing product that just keeps your skin looking radiant and looking super healthy. So let me show you what this looks like. Sometimes I will even put this on my hands before bed as well. It just depends. So that's what it looks like. So it has that nice thickness to it, but it's still thin enough where it spreads really nicely. So a little bit goes a long way. You can be more generous with this. You don't have to put a pea-sized amount of this, of course, on areas of your body, but I really like how nicely it spreads. It's fragrance-free as well, so if you need that fragrance-free option, then this of course is it. But it leaves your skin feeling really nice. It doesn't have a sticky or greasy feel, but once it dries down, it just has like this nice layer of moisture, which I think is really nice. And this will transition really well into the fall winter months as well. The next newbie favorite is by Aveeno, and this is the Calm & Restore Daily Moisturizer with that built-in SPF 30. Now, I had a subscriber mention to me a couple of months ago that I had to go and pick this up, that she loved it, and I love Aveeno too. I think that's why she told me to pick this up. And so I went to Shoppers, I picked it up, I tried it a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't sure about it at first. Kind of put it aside, started using other things, tested other products, forgot all about this, and then a couple of weeks ago I thought, oh my gosh, I have that sunscreen, I have to try it again. And so I started testing this with other moisturizers and so on, and I thought, you know what, I actually really like this now. So now this is a new favorite. It took me a while, but I do like it now. Now, the reason why I wasn't sure about it at first is because I didn't feel like it was moisturizing enough on its own. So this is your moisturizer, right, with that built-in SPF. So I was trying to use this as my traditional moisturizer, but putting that 2 to 3 finger amount of it so that I get that full protection of that SPF 30. And the more I applied to my skin, I thought, this isn't spreading very well. I don't like how this is spreading. And then my face looked like I had a cast because I just kept applying more product and more product. It wasn't spreading very nice. And I did have some serums beforehand. I did have a facial mist of some kind, and I just didn't have that slip beforehand. So I thought, I need to put this away. I can't deal with this right now. But then I started using this with my Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream, the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, because I'm back using that sometimes. And there were some other moisturizers as well. And I thought, okay, this is the key. You need to pre-moisturize your face with your favorite moisturizer and then go in with this afterwards, that 2 to 3 finger length amount. And it worked out a lot better doing it that way. And because I had that moisturizer beforehand, I didn't feel like I had that much of a cast when I did put this on top of the moisturizer, even with 2 to 3 finger lengths. My skin may have had a slight cast, but not like what it was with just this on its own. So this was a little tricky at first, but I do like it. So I would say try it just as is. And if you feel like it's not spreading very nicely, you'll know. You'll just know. Then put a moisturizer beforehand and then use this as your sun protection if you really wanted to. But I think this is really nice because it's fragrance free, it's gentle, it's moisturizing, and it has that triple oat ingredient. Oats are very calming and soothing, great if you have dryness, perfect for all skin types. But if you are someone that has sensitivities or you do have that compromised skin barrier from time to time, then this will be a great option to look into. You are getting 48 mils of product. This is all mineral. It has a zinc oxide of 12.5% and a titanium dioxide of 5.8%, and it does have both the UVA and UVB protection. But this also sits really nicely underneath makeup and tinted sunscreens. But again, I have to pre-moisturize before applying this. So that is what it looks like. So it does have a beigey tone to it. It's not tinted in the least, but it's also not white. It has a nice beigey tone, and you can see that it's not too runny, but it does have that nice moisturizer thickness to it. And so of course, when you spread this around, you can see that my skin does have a little bit of a cast, right? I feel like you have to really work it in your skin and really massage it and get it all absorbed for that cast to slightly disappear. So if you do have a darker skin tone, just know that you might possibly see a cast, but that amount there wasn't enough, obviously, for the face. So the more that you apply, the chances of you having that cast are going to be a lot higher. But it does give this nice glow to the skin, but it's definitely not greasy or sticky or tacky. I've also really been enjoying the Cerave Skin Renewing Eye Cream. If you've been with me for a while, you guys know that I love eye creams, I love eye serums. Eye serums, especially the ones that contain retinol and other active ingredients to treat the skin around the eyes for fine lines, crow's feet, crepiness, keeping the skin nice and smooth and bright. And anytime I am using an eye serum, I always want to lock in hydration with my face moisturizer of whatever I'm using at that time, or I will go in with an eye cream like this. So this one has peptides, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and caffeine. There's no retinol in here, and there's no vitamin C that could possibly irritate your skin. So because this contains ingredients that work really nicely with retinol and other actives, I will use this sometimes on top of an eye serum that contains that retinol. So I really love the Dr. Dennis Gross Advanced Retinol Plus Ferulic Triple Correction Eye Serum. I will leave that product below for you if you don't know what I'm talking about. I like using that one at nighttime. And it has that retinol, bakuchiol, and other actives to treat the skin for crepiness and so on. And then afterwards, I like to put something like this on top. Peptides go really nicely with retinol, but so does niacinamide, caffeine, and hyaluronic acid. So this can help to depuff, address dark circles, of course, moisturize, soften that skin, and to improve the skin around the eyes in terms of crepiness. If you have some dryness and irritation around the eyes, then this could be a great option to look into also. You are getting 15 mils of product, and I will show you what this looks like on the other hand so that you get a good feel of what this looks like. And it does have this nice glycerin feel, and it sits really nicely underneath sunscreen as well as makeup, like under eye concealer and under eye corrector foundation. So that is what the eye cream looks like, and that amount there would be enough to do both of your eyes. So when it comes to the eye area, like I've mentioned before, you don't need a lot, less is more. This is very lightweight, and it does have that nice spreadability. And this is also extremely extremely moisturizing. It does help to slightly plump the skin also. And I like how this doesn't leave your under eyes super shiny or greasy looking. It does dry down quite nice, but again, you have that nice moisture layer. Another product that will transition really well come fall and winter. Moving on to my oldie drugstore favorites. The first product is the Cerave Hydrating Cleanser. Do you guys remember me talking about this a lot a few years back? This was my go-to cleanser at one point. This and the foaming cleanser, I used to rave about this many years ago, and then I just got tired of it and I thought I need to try something new here. And then of course, as the years go on, you become obsessed with other things, and I was recently at the drugstore and I thought I need to pick this up again. This is going to be great for fall and winter, but it's also wonderful for the summer months, and it's truly great for all skin types. Even though it's marketed as normal to dry skin, I have combination skin and I am acne prone, and I absolutely love this. It never breaks me out. It keeps my skin nice and comfortable, nice and moisturized. It's super gentle. It doesn't burn my eyes, and it's just one of those everyday cleansers that I feel like should be in everyone's arsenal. You know, like if you have those foaming cleansers, you need to have a hydrating cleanser of some kind as well, especially if your skin's ever feeling tight or dry. Now, I would say this is the best cleanser to use to remove your makeup and sunscreen as that first cleanse in your nighttime routine. It doesn't exactly remove makeup too well, so I really love using cleansing balms first to loosen everything up, and then I always go in with a second cleanse with a cleanser like this just to ensure that my skin is super clean. And then in my morning, I will go in with a little bit of this as well just to cleanse my skin lightly, and it always does a good job. It never ever disappoints. So it's an oldie, it's a goodie. I feel like everybody has probably tried this at least once in their life, but it really is a good one. I love how much product you're getting, and I always love that pump style packaging. The next product is also by Cerave, and this is the Skin Renewing Night Cream. Now, I used to use this a lot a few years back when I was using a lot of active ingredients, when I was getting used to tretinoin, glycolic acid. It's a thick, rich cream that pairs nicely with actives to keep your skin comfortable, moisturized, and to prevent transepidermal water loss. So if you are new to tretinoin, a retinol, or some other type of active, and you're noticing a lot of dryness, tightness, and your skin just feels angry, then you need to try this. I'm telling you, this is a really nice cream to bring your skin back to life and to use with actives. But just on its own, it's wonderful also. And I will sometimes use this if my skin is feeling a little dry and tight, but I use this more in the winter because of how rich and moisturizing it is. So this has 3 essential ceramides to help strengthen, repair the skin barrier, prevent transepidermal water loss. There's hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and 2 peptides. The peptides are further down in the ingredient list, which are great for signs of aging, but this cream is more for moisture and repairing the skin barrier. Now, even though this is a night cream, you could use this in your morning, but because it's thicker, your sunscreen or makeup of choice may or may not sit nicely on top of this. You'll have to play around, but I keep this for nighttime because of how thick and rich it is. But I love the Cerave PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion, and that was my go-to cream at one point, and I wish that I had it in today's video to show you because it really is an oldie drugstore favorite, and it's very lightweight, and it's perfect for every day, both morning and evening. So if you're looking for that lightweight option, go with the PM lotion, but this is perfect for nighttime. The Embryolisse Cream Concentrate is next. This is a drugstore holy grail. This is within my top 5 best products from the drugstore. I love this because it's multi-purpose and you can use this so many different ways. It's also very moisturizing. It contains aloe. There is beeswax as well as shea butter, and it just has that nice emollient to it that still feels lightweight on the skin, but it's just so satisfying, and you have this nice glow and radiance to your skin as well. A lot of makeup artists will use this as a makeup primer, and I will say this is a great makeup base. Your foundation, your makeup, whether it's powder-based makeup or cream-based, they all sit nicely on top of this and you get that longevity. Your sunscreens, your tinted sunscreens sit really nicely on top of this as well. You could also use this as your cleanser to remove your makeup and sunscreen at the end of the day. I have personally never used this as a cleanser because I just feel like it's so wasteful to wash this right down the drain. So I keep this as that topical product. And if you're someone that shaves your face, this is a great aftershave product. Like, there are so many ways, and you can use this on your body as well, on your cuticles. Like, it's endless. But this is the one that contains fragrance. There is a sensitive option that is fragrance free. I like the fragrance. I love the scent of this. If you're out somewhere and you smell something similar, it just brings you back to this product, at least for me anyways. So again, this has to be in my collection at all times. This is new. I haven't opened this up yet, but it does have that tinny type of packaging where you have to poke the tin foil when you're ready to use it. And you're getting 75 mils of product, and there is a 12-month shelf life once you've opened it up. You could totally pair this with active ingredients as well, but I mainly keep this for my morning routine. And the last product that I'm going to mention in today's video is by La Roche Posay. This is the Cicaplast hand cream. This is a hand cream that actually performs, especially when your hands are very dry and flaky. And my hands can be like this quite a bit. More so in the winter, but even in the summer, my hands can be very dry because I'm always washing my hands. My hands are always in the water and they just get really dry. I like this one because it contains 30% glycerin and 4% niacinamide. Niacinamide is great for moisture loss. It really helps to keep that moisture in the skin. Great for dryness, but also if you have discoloration on the tops of your hands, niacinamide can help to brighten that up. But the glycerin in here is really going to repair your hands, and it does a very good job. If you're someone that wears retinol on the tops of your hands or tretinoin, I do that quite a bit, especially with tretinoin, and sometimes my hands can become a little drier. So this would be a great product to use on top of retinol or on top of tretinoin to keep your hands even more moisturized. So it's a lovely one if you're looking for a good hand cream. I know hand creams are just whatever, and you can use anything on your hands, right? Body creams and so on, but this one really does work. So those are my oldies and newbie drugstore favorites. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful. Hopefully I was able to introduce you to a few new products today. Of course, everything will be linked below for you. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask away in that comment section. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.